Hi again, it's me LT with another video for Rig Safe Day. For this video, I was going to talk about some ways you might attach a load to a batten. Before I get into that, I just want to say to everybody that every manufacturer is different and every manufacturer will give specifications on how they intend for their equipment to be used. So I'm going to talk about some things today and highlight some of those intentions, but when you choose to use hardware, I recommend that you look at what the manufacturer specifications are telling you to do. One way that folks probably have seen very commonly is utilizing trim chain. Here, this trim chain is going from the batten up to the lift line, but you might also utilize trim chain to go from your batten down to your load, which is what's happening here. Trim chain is generally a 3-foot length of chain and is 1/4-inch proof coil chain or grade 30 chain. When utilizing those types of trim chain, we want to use what's called a double load path, and that's when we're going over the batten once and then going over the batten a second time, creating a double load path for a shackle to have the load go into it. To that manufacturer's point, Wenger J.R. Clancy has also created something called alpha chain that you might see being used as trim chain as well. And them as a manufacturer recommend that you are able to use that chain in a single load path. So that's an example of different manufacturers having different things out there. Another way you might put a load onto a batten is utilizing a batten clamp. Folks may have seen this clamshell piece here, and when that gets bolted together, can go onto a batten to have another load put onto it, right? So we have our batten clamp and our trim chain. LightSource created a take on the batten clamp, which they refer to as the mega folding batten clamp, and that's because it has a little hinge on the top here. So it looks a lot like our standard clamshell, but hinges open and utilizes a bolt in this hole here to be able to tighten that down and have a shackle set up. So that's what I have here is the mega folding batten clamp by LightSource next to the original clamshell style batten clamp that you might be more used to. Continuing down the line, we have two examples that look very similar to each other but are from two different manufacturers. The first is a mega coupler with an I-nut by LightSource, and the other one is a half coupler with an I-nut made by ProBurger. Both things are another way that you might put a load on. There's an I-nut that goes down to a shackle here and can be utilized on a batten, as well as you might have seen these more commonly with truss. All the things that I'm talking about here have different safe working load limits or working load limit, or recommended working load limit is another way that all those manufacturers call that thing. So as you're picking one of these things, you want to make sure that it's within the capacity that you're looking for. And those are some ways that you might put a load onto a batten. Like I mentioned in the first video, these are all going to be little snapshots of information to try to get folks excited about some of the safe rigging practices that they could be employing in their venues. There are a lot of ways to get knowledge, both through books, online trainings, and reaching out to experienced folks in the field to continue to gain information from. Each venue is a little bit different, and I hope that you're able to find what you need for what you're working on.